Hello everyone. Today we are going to start one of the most important topics of account. That is, and the very basic topic, that is how to prepare journal entries. Before starting journal entries, I want to tell you that what is accounting. So basically, accounting means recording all the transactions in the business which are of monetary nature. Means accounting का मतलब है उन transactions को business में record करना जो कि monetary nature के हो, मतलब जो पैसों से related हो. Like if we sold goods or if we purchased anything, if we paid wages means अगर हमने किसी वर्कर को कुछ पैसे दिए. So these kind of entries we will record in accounting. We will not record any transaction in accounts which is not related to, which is not of monetary nature. Like किसी वर्कर की डेथ का हो जाना या इस तरीके से अगर कोई भी ट्रांजेक्शन है, so we will not record that kind of transaction in the accounting. So basically how we have to prepare accounts. Complete accounting is a process of 6 steps. Come on, let's see. So these are the 6 steps. The very first step is how to prepare journal entries. I will explain you that what are journal entries. First listen. So what are the 6 steps? First is journal entries. After making journal entries, we make ledger of each account. After making ledger, we come to the trial balance. After ascertaining the trial balance, then we will move to trading account and then profit and loss account. After that, we prepare balance sheet. In balance sheet, we find out that what are the assets and what are our liabilities, how much we have to pay and how much we are getting, everything. Well, today we are going to study about the first step, that is journal entries. So, how to prepare journal entries? Let's start. First, before starting journal entries, I want to explain you the very basic and the golden rules of accounting, which are: first is personal account, that is debit the receiver and credit the giver. So there are 3 types of accounts which are recorded in the journal entries. The very first of them is personal accounts. After that it comes real account and then there comes nominal account. So 3 types of accounts are there. So what is personal account? In personal account, we write the transaction or name of those transactions which are related to any person or company. For example, Ram's capital account, it is a name of a person. If we had done transaction with any person, we will write its name, which will come under the heading of personal account. Next is bank account or XYZ, anyone whose name is given. We have to write these transactions according to the rule of personal account. So what is the rule of personal account? So the rule of personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. It means accounting has 2 sides. One is debit and one is credit side. So if any person gives us anything, so which is the receiver, we will write the name of the receiver on the debit side, as well as if we give anything to anybody, then we will write the name of that person on the credit side. Okay. So next, second is real account. In real account, what we do is, so rule of real account is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. The very first thing is that in real account, we record those things which are tangible assets. What are tangible assets? Tangible assets are those assets of the business, tangible and intangible. All the assets we write about, all the assets, names of all the assets we write according to the rule of real account. So what are the assets? Like if we purchase machinery, if we purchased machine, or if we purchased any building or any land. So these kind of transactions, if they are related to any asset, they will be written according to the rule of real account. Okay. So what is the third account? Third account is nominal account. According to the rule of nominal account, debit means all expenses and losses. If we incur any loss in the business, if we have to pay any expense, these will go under nominal account. And credit all incomes and gains. On the credit side, what we have to write according to the rule of nominal account is that, say, credit side, all incomes and gains we have to write. Like if we earn any income which is of revenue nature, we will write that according to the rule of nominal account. Like examples are sales account. We do sales again and again in the business, so it is of revenue nature, means it happens on a day-to-day basis. So this thing will come, we will write according to the rule of nominal account. Another thing is salary. wages. If we pay any expense like salary we pay to our staff, so this is the expense. This will go according to the rule of nominal account. If we have given salary, we will write that on the debit side, because the rule of the nominal account says debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So by keeping these points in mind, like what is the personal account, what is real account, and what is nominal account, and what are the things which come under these headings. So according to these headings, we have to do the transactions in the books of journal entries. Okay. So I have written one question over here, and we will solve this question, and we will explain each point according to the rules of accounts. So in the books of accounts, first of all, the format of the accounting is, first is date. We have to mention the date, that on which day which transaction happened. After that, we have to write the particular. In particular, we have to write that what transaction we have done. I will explain you this. Next is a column of ledger folio. We have to make a small column of ledger folio, in which right now we don't have to write anything, because in actual record of business, they write the page numbers on which those transactions are written. Okay. After that, there are two sides. First, and on both the sides it is written amount. First is amount debit side and amount of credit side. What are debit and credit side, we will get to know in the question. Well, let's start with the first question. So first transaction happened on 2nd March, as you can see. So first of all, we have to write the date. What is the date? It is 2022 2nd March. So here we write 2022 2nd March. Okay. So what we have done on 2nd March? We have made a cash purchase. Let's see. There are 2 points. First is cash and another point is purchase. What is a cash? Cash comes under the heading of real account. Okay? Because cash is a tangible asset. If we purchase goods, so cash will come or cash will go out from the business. Cash will go out from the business. So on the credit side, because here it says credit what goes out, so cash is going out, right? So on the credit side, we have to write according to the rule, credit what goes out, we have to write cash, because cash is going out from the business. So where we have written to cash account. Okay, and we have purchased the goods. So purchase the goods means we have purchased the goods. Goods are also of tangible nature. Goods are also of that kind of nature. So according to the rule, they will come what comes in. So goods are coming in, then we have to debit them, because here it is written debit side. So purchase debit to cash. Okay, means we have purchased the good for cash. Amount is 48,000 rupees. So on both the sides we have to write 48,000 in cash, in front of cash we have to write 48,000. After doing this transaction, we have to record like what we have done in the entry, because maybe the accountant or anyone cannot understand this kind of language. So in narration we write, here we write the narration, that is being goods purchased for cash. Being goods purchased for cash. We have explained it here, that what we have done. Next, on March 3, we have sold goods to Vasudev, right? Now one point we have to keep in mind. Over here, we have written sold goods to Vasudev. We had not written that on the cash basis, because in business, transactions happen on both the basis. Sometimes we sell the goods or purchase the goods on the cash, but sometimes we have to give the goods or we purchase the goods on credit also. So here, because cash is not mentioned, so we can easily understand that here we have sold the goods to Vasudev on the credit basis. So here we will not write the cash. Now, there are two things. First is sale and another is Vasudev. So if we have sold the goods to Vasudev, then Vasudev is a name of any person. So it will come under the personal account, and according to the rule of personal account, we have to debit that person who is the receiver, because the rule says debit the receiver. So Vasudev, if we are selling the goods, who is Vasudev? Vasudev is the receiver of goods. Okay. So Vasudev ko we have to write on the, first we have to write the date, March 3. Okay. On 3rd March, what we have written? Sold goods to Vasudev means Vasudev is the receiver. Debit the receiver. So Vasudev is the receiver. Therefore, we are writing Vasudev's name on the debit side. Vasudev debit. If Vasudev is a receiver, then who we are? What we have done? We have done the sales. We have given the goods. Okay, so we will write the sales according to the sales we have to write on the credit side because we have given the goods. And if it is going out, we have to write like credit what goes out. So goods we are giving out to sales account. Okay. And what is the amount of transaction? 10,000 rupees. So here we write 10,000 on both the sides. ₹10,000. Now again we have to explain with the help of a narration. So here I have written being goods sold to Vasudev on credit. Okay. So third point here is, third entry is on March 6, return defective goods by Vasudev. So we have sold the goods to Vasudev, and now what happened that Vasudev found there are some goods which are defective. So Vasudev returned those goods to us because we are in the business. So I have to take back the goods which Vasudev is returning. So we will do an entry or a transaction of this also because this is also of a monetary nature. So what Vasudev did? Vasudev has returned goods to us on March 6. First we will write the date. March 6. 6 March. If we have sold the goods to Vasudev, we consider it as sales. But if Vasudev returned goods to us, then this kind of entry will be called sales return. Because when we sold the goods, he returned some goods to us back. So it is sales return. It is known by the name of sales return. And when we have done the sales, we have written the name of sales on the credit side. So when he returned the goods, we will do the entry of opposite. We will do the opposite entry of this thing. So we will write sales return. We will write sales return on the debit side. Sales return debit to, now who returned goods? When Vasudev had purchased the goods, we have written on the debit side. Vasudev is the name of a person. It goes according to the rule of personal account. What personal account is? It says credit the giver. Now this time Vasudev is giving goods to us. So we have to write his name on the credit side. Vasudev. Sales return to Vasudev. Amount is rupees 1,000. So here we write 1,000 rupees. And in bracket we will again explain with the help of a narration. Being goods returned by Vasudev towards. Being goods returned by Vasudev. So fourth entry is, got that? Okay, let's continue. Fourth entry is on March 8, we have received cash from Vasudev and we have allowed him a discount. Here it is written 8,800 rupees. As we can see, we have sold the goods to him of rupees 10,000. He returned goods to us of rupees 1,000. The balance is 10,000 minus 1,000, 9,000 rupees. So he have to pay me 9,000, but he paid me 8,800 rupees. So how much we have given him discount? 200 rupees. Okay. Now here what we will do? When we have received the cash, so debit, we have to debit because cash is coming inside. So cash is according to the real account. What comes in? Debit. So cash comes in. We have on date is 8 March. 8 March. We will write cash account debit. Cash account debit because cash is coming. Then we have allowed a discount to him. What is a discount? Discount according to the rule of nominal account is a loss for us. We have to take 9,000 rupees, but we have taken only 8,800 rupees. So 200 rupees is our loss. What nominal account says is we have to write the loss on the debit side. So we have to write here discount allowed by the name of discount allowed. Discount allowed is also debit to Vasudev, because Vasudev is the giver of money, and according to the rule of personal account, credit the giver. He is giving us money, so we have to write his name on the credit side. How much amount he has given? Vasudev has given us 9,000 rupees. On the Vasudev side, we have to write 9,000. But we received only 8,800 rupees, and discount we have allowed of rupees 200. So we will write like this. Okay. Again, we have to explain with the help of narration. Being cash received and discount allowed. Understood? Okay. Now according to this we have to do the entries. I'm doing only the last entry because of the time, because of less time and less space over here. I'm doing the entry of March 31. On the last day, what we did is we paid wages, we paid advertisement expense, and we paid salaries of around 2,000, 2,500 and 9,000. So what we have to do, these are all the expenses. Salary is an expense, wages is an expense, advertisement itself is an expense. So according to the rule of all the expenses, where expenses come in the nominal account, and according to the rule of nominal account, we have to write the expenses on the debit side. So we have to write all these things on the debit side. What are the things? We have to write wages, first date 31st March, and then we have to write wages. So we debit wages account debit, because wages is a expense, so it will be debited. Advertisement expense is a expense, advertisement expense, debit, and then salary is an expense, so we write salaries on the debit side. And on the credit side, we have to give cash. In all these things, we have to give cash. So what goes out? What is going out? Cash is going out. So we have to write cash on the credit side. To cash account. Okay. Now we have to write the amount 2,000, 2,500 and 9,000. 2,000, 2,500, 9,000. And if we add them, it is 13,500. Again, we have to explain that what we have done in this entry with the help of the narration. So in this way, we prepare journal entries. Thank you.